Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of FTB's guys, and today we have a lot of automation and a lot of quests to do. Now to start off this episode, I'm just going to recap what we did over on the live stream. We actually hit 1k subscribers, so thank you everyone for being there and supporting me. I really enjoy all the support you guys give me. And we actually set up some pattern providers over here that have some crafting recipes. So these are basically my brains plus this massive guy who has a bunch of the basic ones. And since these ones actually require a lot of components, I actually made this into a little bit of a monstrosity, but it's fine, it works pretty fast. We have a lot of these co-processing units, so we can have a lot of recipes going at the same time. We have 256k, which means we can be crafting up to 1,000,000 bytes of something. That said, if we have enough processing units. We cracked down how to actually use this to do what we wanted. Now this can actually go back into our system because this machine can do exactly what I needed to do, which is automating the alloys. The only problem is that I have to separate it. I have to separate every single one of these alloys, so whenever I request multiple of them, they don't mix, because it's a little bit weird how things happen inside of this machine. Sometimes it may take a while to do something, and yeah, things just get mixed, so I'm gonna separate this into multiple different outputs. We have this corner right here, which we have automated the patterns. Yep, all these things to make these, the processing, the logic, the engineering, calculation, and the printed silicon, you know, and of course some flux dusts. So we have all those automated here. Now this will actually move areas. Probably just move those guys closer to here because I only need these 6. And this one is basically another version of this one, so we can have multiple ones processing that. And I need more space for these guys because I need like 4 or 5 of these ones, something like that. We may also want to do some more smeltings, so we can actually separate, and if you need multiple things, it can cook on separate machines. The enriching one, I don't believe I need anything else. This one seems to be perfectly fine, and that's pretty much about it that we did over on the live stream. Of course, it took a little bit of time on auto crafting and all those things, but yeah, we got a lot done and we have a lot to do today. Now today, let's start off with bees. We actually did a little bit of this over on the live stream, so we actually hooked this up properly now, and now they should be properly working, which they are. As you can see, we have a bunch of honeycombs or blazing combs and all those things. Now basically what we have here is the advanced archives with some expansion boxes, and they have the simulator upgrade. This means that the bees never come out of here. They will always stay inside. Now I tried this before and it wasn't working because they need feeding slabs. Now the feeding slab, you guys told me down over on the live stream, it actually needs to be 1 block lower. So this is the proper setup. Hive or beehive there, and the feeding slab right over there. And you can see those guys are working fine. These guys are working fine, and their bee and all those things, they're working pretty fine. Now the slime one, she's not actually doing anything. I really don't know why, because she should. So I should actually type slimy. Now, why are you not doing anything? Oh, because she requires a flower. Okay, I thought it was actually a slime block. My bad. So we can just remove flower from there, give it a flower here, and well, eventually it will start giving us some slime. And I want to start off with these guys, because one of the quests that we have to do over here, I want to be focusing more on these ones, on this side of the quest lines, because these ones will eventually get done. Like, while making these ones, we will make these ones. So the first things first is 100 buckets of honey. Now, this is going to be a little bit tricky to do, because in order to get liquid honey, we got to do some centrifuges. So if you take a look at honey, yeah, as you can see, we gotta go either with some basins from create, which is exactly how we're gonna be doing this, and or centrifuges. You can also use the centrifuges from the mod itself, but we're gonna do create. You know, create is most likely going to be a lot faster. Now there's two things we need. We need an output for the resources, though I don't think there's a particular resource that I want to keep. There may be a particular resource I want to keep. I think there's like one or two I want to keep, but besides that, the other ones we can void. So yeah, we're going to be hooking that up, but for that we need a tank, we need some create power. We have create power, so let's go ahead and start this off. Okay, now I'm setting up, and every now and then I'll find one of those recipes items that you really kind of want to have automated. One of those being the import bus, and the other being like the export bus. Now these ones I need to have ASAP, because since I'm going to be starting like properly using this, I need to set this up. And where there's space, okay, there's some space right over here. So basically I run this cable all the way along here. We have some access tunnels. There will have some windows, don't worry. It goes all the way up to here, and then it goes up into the room. Now these tunnels will actually be very, very helpful to run these cables along and do some maintenance whenever it's needed. I actually need to run one all the way to that as well, over there to pick up the items. So what I'm gonna do is I hook these guys already up, some blaze burners. And of course they have some advanced mechanical pipes just pumping in tons and tons of lava. And we have here our storage, and then we have a P2P tunnel which is linked, and I kind of need to make sure I don't lose this key card just in case. And boom, there you go, it links up. Right now this cable will do. If I need more than 8 channels, I'll replace this one with a dense one. Right now I believe 8 is enough because we have 3 basins. Now I need to make some mixers. I think it's the name. Yeah, it's the mixers. And we go ahead and we're gonna craft 1, 2, and 3. And we're gonna go ahead and craft these guys. And of course I don't have that, so I'm gonna ask this to craft me 100. Go ahead. There we go. 1 and 2 and 3. There we go. Now we have access to all of these, just like so. Perfect. Now we do need to pay attention to one thing. The way I want to get my power up and running is if we go ahead, and we can even go to the create area. There it is. We're going to be using these guys, the energy transmitters. We're going to be using these guys, so I'm going to make sure I always have a decent stock of them to keep just outputting energy whenever we're using create machines. Like right now we're going to be using them, so let's go ahead and actually grab the cogwheels we just crafted. And what I'm intending on doing here is we put one there, we put one there, and then all we have to do is just hook this guy up with one of those energy transmitters, like right over here, powering this cogwheel, and boom. I mean, we can even make it look better if we do it from over here, which means that we're powering from above. And when we look forward, all you'll see these 3 guys going full steam ahead to make what we want. Now we do have this jumbo tank. I have this jumbo tank here. We might end up be importing the lava, not the lava, the honey back into our system. I'm not sure I want to do that just yet, because we can't do that. But I think right now we're gonna do this just like so. Now the input, of course, will be made with all the different types of honeycombs that we have, that we're farming over there, and this will output the honey. Now we do need to handle the other items because they will stay in here. So what I'm thinking is either put them back into our system, which can then fill up pretty quickly, or we can just hook up to some drawers as well. We might want to hook this up to some drawers. Okay, but let me hook up that side, and then we can have a better idea of what we're gonna do. There we go. Test number 1. We already have this guy up and running. Now let's just make sure we have this set into output, shall we? That's what we need. No, you're not input, you're output as well. And your output as well, because I want everything to come over here. Now we have wax inside and the chests, because apparently there's chests everywhere. We got some shoes here, we don't need those. Yeah, now we do have the wax issue, which we're gonna do this. Let's go ahead and pick up some drawers, and we can go ahead and we could look up the drawers somewhere here, for example. And I don't really know how much or how many we're gonna need. Maybe we can do one more row, just like so. And then we just go ahead and grab ourselves a storage controller. We have one right over here. And basically what we're gonna do is gonna have this guy hooked up to our ME system, and anything that's related to these drops that's in the system, it's gonna be put into here. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Now I do need to be careful with items that I have over on that base over here. So if we go down here, yeah, we do need to be careful if we're having any of these items, because I do believe we have a priority here. I don't remember. We have input and output. I kind of want to give this guy priority. Yeah, it does have a priority. Let's give it a priority of 10. So it will have a very high priority of any of the items that I toss into my system. They will preferably be landing here. Anything else actually goes into the system. So this way we make sure that any of the outputs that we have will end up in the proper place. Now, for example, we do have wax. Wax is currently nowhere to be found, but we can add it. We could just put it over here, for example. We have wax. Now, if we go over on to there again, I really need another travel anchor there, just so we can make this easier. And we grab, for example, this honeycomb. Now, we noticed that we had 7. Now, if we toss this one over there, we should have... Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we can toss it manually. We should toss it here. If we go into wax, we should see... That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's take everything out and put 33 in. And it's not gonna work because I don't think I did it properly. Oh, no, wait. There it is. It's right there. So if we toss 33, boom, perfect. There we go. I actually thought about it. Nope. Oh, not the travel stuff. Uh-oh. So let's put this to the test. For example, if we put the magmatic one here, it's gonna start importing into there. Yep. Now I don't really know what the magmatic one gives. It's magma cream. So let's take a look at our magma cream stock. We have 23, and this is a 50% chance. So let's go ahead and make sure we have magma cream on the wall. We don't, so we're gonna put magma cream here. We have 24, which means one actually escaped. There we go. And now magma cream is automated. So whenever we're getting magmatic comes, it's pretty easy. Now the system immediately handles it. So the system should hopefully be pretty fast and pretty consistent. And we just need to keep like constantly looking at what we're having. For example, the slime one, slime balls. I know the slime balls we already have sorted. So we can just, for example, put this one over here, and all our slime will just go into there and then get imported into the system, and then we're starting to get a lot of honey. Now we just need to hook the other side, so we're actually importing the things into our system, all the honey into the system, and then it gets exported on the other side. A quick side note, whenever you're hooking this up, only leave 2 acceleration cards, or else it will pull the honey, like the honey comes before this guy has time to do anything. But if you only leave 2, it will actually keep cycling, and whenever this guy is on there like grinding it, it will actually still output the honey. And there we go. We can see we have these guys exporting all of this, all of the goodies, and I have most of these sorted. There's like the ender one that I really don't want to do because it actually gives out quotas. We may do, we may not. So as you can see, these guys are actually now start pumping in a lot of honey. Now these guys will not even be pumping as much as we need because, well, the bigger amount will be here. Now of course these guys don't have flowers, so let's go ahead and give them a couple of flowers so they can actually start doing something. So these, I have 5 bees here. Every now and then they will spawn like this one, and I just go fly down and pick them up and put them into here. There we go. We have 20 out of 100 buckets already, which is pretty cool. Now we just need to leave the bees to do their own thing. Now, if we take a look at the next quest on the line, because this one will eventually get made, we need to make a full mana tablet. We need to make a mushroom rice. We need 128 netherite ingots. We need to get 16 budding amethysts, which apparently we can do some hex casting to get these guys. I believe we have a better way to do this. Now we need 11, so let's do these guys. Like, they will be done passively. Well, if you remember the beginning of the series, this area right here is where we had our diamond block that turned into exactly what we needed it to turn, which was an amethyst budding crystal. So let's just go ahead and place these guys down, and slowly but surely they will start converting into one of those things. Now we need a full mana tablet. Well, we have some flowers. I'm not sure if we have any more. No, we don't. So we might want to hook this up into a proper system that's constantly dispensing coal. I wondered if they work with depots. So if I put a depot, for example, back here, and if I just go ahead and grab some coal and I do this, do they pick it up? Well, the answer is no. They actually don't pick it up from there. So could possibly a pedestal from Arcana, and even a pedestal do the trick? Maybe? No. They don't. It actually needs to be tossed onto the floor. Yep. Okay, so how can we do this then? Oh, I have another idea. I know exactly how we could do this. So basically, we're going to take advantage of one of the create mechanics. That is, if you have an item floating into an area, so it actually needs to be a brass funnel. So we're gonna actually do this like so. We're gonna use these for our advantage, and we have this. Now I want it to be the other way around, so it's not even like that exactly. And what we want is one item. We only want one item. And if we go ahead and, for example, pick up a chest, I believe this is how we can actually make this work. And why did I not pick up a chest? No, that was weird. Shift right click this onto here. If the game lets us, there we go. Now we put piece of coal. I mean, we're going to pick it up because we have the magnet on. God damn it, magnet, stop doing your thing. There we go. Put this. Yep, you can see it only tosses one, which means these guys will slowly but surely start producing tons and tons of mana. Let's go ahead and fill this guy a good amount of coal. So these guys are constantly working. Now ideally we would do some more endo flames, which is probably what I'm going to do off camera just in a little bit, and we can have this system filling up that thing right pretty fast. Now, do we have a mana tablet at all? No, we don't. So we also need to craft one of these. which needs to be crafted with a mana diamond, which is simply by tossing a diamond into the mana pool. Now, I'm not sure we have enough mana to do this. No, we don't. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit, but that's all right, because this will slowly start filling up with tons and tons of mana. And we're just setting up things. Now we do have the precision mechanisms. Now we do need to make this thing, which is, well, pretty basic, not gonna lie. So whenever we have all the other ones, we'll do this, and that's it. We also need some echo shards. Now echo shards can be traded from a shady villager. Now the problem with the shady villager, as I've seen some of my other partner friends have a little bit of an issue, is that I'm actually going to be using a trader. Now this is actually a little bit bugged, so bear with me. So this is how you get a shady villager. You get yourself a trader, you get yourself an arcane core, and you put in a villager, and then you go, you have a shady villager. Now that was way too easy. That was way too easy. Basically, what I was going to say is, in order for you to get these echo shards, you just cycle the trades until you get this amethyst plus sword gem echo shards. Pretty easy. Okay, I changed the setup a little bit. I actually used pipes to have some filters, so it will not remove the comms. And now only the outputs, the proper outputs items, are being put there, and then they're being imported into the system. And this is making it go a whole lot smoother, because I actually been using my time in a bottle on my honey, on my beehives, and we're pretty much done. Yeah, like I used all the time I had, but we're pretty much done. And there we go. Just like that, we also completed all the other quests, because I completed this one, which unlocks this, and I've completed a few of these. We're still waiting on these ones. We can craft these ones. We were waiting on these ones, and I actually completed all of this just now, so that's pretty cool as well. Now we need a million FE. Now we need 100 buckets of latex, and this we already have. We have this thing sorted, so let's just go ahead and store all of this. We can use this one later, and we're gonna break you. We can save our honey there. We're gonna go to the latex factory, so right over here. And oh, for a moment there I was worried because we had no latex. Why is it saying we have 0 latex? Oh yeah, because we're crafting into something. That's right. Okay, so let's just go ahead and place this guy down here, and we're gonna switch. Instead of that, you're gonna do 100 buckets of latex. There we go. Now it's pretty much just a matter of time until he actually reaches that amount, because this will slowly but surely do the buckets. And with all that, that's all the time we're gonna have for today. Yes, over on the next episode, we're gonna be focusing on doing these quests right here. I'll finish this one off camera because it's pretty much just waiting for this and waiting for this. 128 netherite ingots. Well, we can literally just craft those right here. The only thing we gotta do is we try put this here, and boom, and we have them. There we go. Now these ones are actually submit quests, so you gotta go over here and click submit, and boom, we submitted them. Quest is now done. So with all that said, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and actually thank you very much for the 1,000 subscribers. Really appreciate it once again, and see ya in the next one. Bye.